Okay, so after you find your problem, then you need to begin to research. And you're going to put all of your research inside your journal. And that's what you're going to turn into me every week starting on January 30th, I believe. So inside your journal, you will narrow down your topic, you will formulate your hypothesis, and you will determine how to test your hypothesis. Please keep your notebook organized. You can use any kind of spiral journal. It doesn't matter to me. Make sure you put the date. There's a rubric for your grading on there that I passed out on your test day. And it talks about how many journal entries you need to have per week in order to get a certain grade. So make sure you check that out. So all of your research goes inside your journal. Make sure you stay really organized. The purpose behind logging everything you do is the journal, okay? So then you'll move on to your hypothesis. Okay, so once you've gathered a bunch of information and you've researched and you've told me what books you're using and what websites you're using, make sure you keep everything. Anything you use in your project has to be tied back to some sort of research. So make sure you tell me exactly where you researched and where you got your information. Then you're going to formulate a hypothesis, which is just an educated guess to answer your question. And you're going to take into account your research and what you think will happen either in your demonstration or your experiment. And you're going to state in measurable terms what you're expecting. Okay? Then you're going to actually test your hypothesis. So you're going to have a procedure. This is kind of like your recipe, which means another person should be able to perform your experiment following your procedure. So make sure you're very detailed. And again, all of this is in your packet. You're going to need to list all of your materials. And if you get to this part in your science experiment and you realize that your hypothesis is failing, you can always switch gears here. But I mean, you can learn things from failure too, so I don't necessarily think you need to chunk it all just because you couldn't prove your hypothesis. That's a good time to call me if you think things are going wrong. Okay. Nice.
You want me
there.
to give them some failure stories?
No, are you still typing?
Yeah.
Okay, you can cut it off for a second.